Hello and welcome to San Angelo Rodeo Live. This is the 2024 San Angelo Rodeo. I'm Joe Hyde. I'm with my co-host Ryan Chadwick. And
how's it going?
I said the year just in case someone's watching this on the YouTube or wherever that becomes in 20 years. It's not like 2028 or 2029. This is 2024, Performance 4 of the San Angelo Rodeo. How's that?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds good. We had some good stuff on this Sunday. Scary stuff right at the end too.
Yeah, right at the end, we had a little bit of a kerfuffle.
Yeah, the in between the barrel racing and the bull riding, we had a camera break, and then all of a sudden in the bull riding, we had a bull crush a cowboy, as y'all can see on the screen right here. The cowboy was Case Hit from Oklahoma. He was riding Deadshot. And Deadshot
meaning the bull.
Yeah,
the bull's name was Deadshot.
And he kind of stumbles and falls on the cowboy's leg. Case crawls away and tries to stand up unsuccessfully the first couple of times, but he seemed to be okay walking off under his own power, with some help, I might add. But he was up, so like we can hope that Case is okay. But yeah, this was Sunday's rodeo, you know?
Well, the good news is he wasn't hauled off on an ambulance, because a lot of these guys don't even have health insurance.
Really?
You know, they're doing this without any kind of insurance. So what you'll see is people, you know, a lot of the bull riders and stuff that haven't made their millions yet. They're 10 feet tall and bulletproof.
Yeah.
You know, and plus it's expensive. I mean, healthcare is too expensive in this country.
Hey, Joe, what was I talking about? The risky part of bull riding is riding the bull.
Right.
And this ties into your no health insurance thing, right?
Yeah, it sure does. Very risky. It's risky not to have health insurance today. But the bull riding, of course, you know, a little bit of a show stopper, heartbeat, increasing. You know, people getting concerned. He's going to be okay. He's going to be okay.
He's going to be okay.
Yeah. All right. So the next thing we went into was the bareback. You actually found this guy, Will Nordstrom.
Yep, I did. We had a couple different good rides today. But Will really stood out. He actually rode his horse well enough to climb into a tie for second place there. I think he scored an 86.5. We will see those standings later on in the show. But Will,
but he shook up the
he shook up the leaderboards, and they were already set the bar high, and so like he really performed well. And like if you want to go ahead and go to that interview, James,
James is our producer. He's in the back.
Yeah.
You can see him. Sometimes he'll wave through the window back there over my left shoulder.
Anyway, this is Will Nordstrom, and this is the bareback riding presented by not Lip Chip.
No,
this is
Vehicle Accessories.
Ranch Hand Grill Guards,
there
Vehicle Accessories.
There you go.
All right, I'm here with Will Nordstrom. Just put up an 86-point ride in the bareback, good enough for a tie for second place. Will, how are you feeling after that ride?
Feels good. Pretty worked over right now. Sweated up and trying to catch my breath, but we good. The horse was cool. Ground is good, and put my ride together and worked out.
Yeah, it seemed like your horse was really getting up there too. Like, how do you feel whenever your horse gets more vertical than it does when it's just bucking you?
Oh, it feels so much better. You got a lot more timing when they're up in the air like that, so pretty fun.
And with that 86, you're in a tie for second. There's still a couple more performances to go, but what do you think your odds are making that short round and make it to the finals?
I'm hoping it holds for sure, but I guess we'll see how it plays out.
All right, well, thanks again for joining me, Will. And again, this has been Will Nordstrom, just put up a second place ride with an 86. And all of this bareback and rough stock coverage has been brought to you by Vehicle Accessories. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Ranch Hand Grill Guards brings our coverage of all the horses at this year's rodeo.
Rough stock, as they're called.
But also bull riding is rough stock, and that's TriStar Fleet. So
I know, but
we just call them the horses.
All right, we'll call them the horses.
The horses. All right, so a little bit of shake up there in the bareback, and then but the thing that we were talking about like the last two shows was how the timed events have gotten so short. Like, you know, the times are really good, meaning they're less, you know, like, and so a lot of these timed event guys are taking bigger and bigger chances and missing, right?
They're throwing the lassos early. They're trying to get out of the chutes faster, and so you see more penalties when they break the barriers, you know, get a little bit out ahead of their calves or steers, you know. But we did see a little bit of a turnaround today in the steer wrestling. After how nobody was really doing anything yesterday, we actually had a couple really good runs in the steer wrestling today.
Yeah. In steer wrestling, we caught up. Well, Ty Erickson had a phenomenal day.
Yes, second round.
Yeah, in the second, but it was the second round, and he already kind of had a humming a day the prior, run.
He said so himself to me. He goes, well, I'm not, like, I didn't do well enough in the first round to really win any money, but I really wanted to get out there and prove that I still got it type thing, and he did it. He got 3.7 seconds today. He was one of the fastest bulldoggers on the day.
And that's really fast, 3.7 seconds.
If you attend the San Angelo Rodeo a lot, that's a name that you should recognize. He's a Montana cowboy that's a world champion. He's been in the NFR several times, and he's been to the San Angelo Rodeo many times. And so when I had the opportunity to interview him, I jumped on that, and it didn't really put into perspective until I was standing next to the guy how big some of these bulldoggers are.
Yeah, you kept telling me, can't you do something with the camera angle?
Yeah, I was like, don't make me look so short,
Hi.
Because the guy's at least got to be 6'5", 6'6". So,
well, James, let's cut to the interview. Let's see how short Chadwick is.
I'm here with Bulldogger Ty Erickson from Montana. Man, I know that first round didn't go well for you, but you got a 3.7 today. Just tell me how you were feeling in that run.
Yeah, I've been able to watch that steer go a few times now. I really like my chances today. I felt good about that steer, and my horse Crush worked his butt off right there. Matt Reeves gave me a great haze, and everything came together, and we were able to put a 3.7 second run together.
And I know you mentioned before the interview that like you probably weren't going to move into the finals for the San Angelo Rodeo, but you still have the cent shootout. You're a big name cowboy, especially around here. People know who you are. What do you have to do different to make sure that you place well in the cent shootout?
All a guy can do, is get the best start you can, make the best run you can, and the rest of it takes care of itself. We can only compete against the ammo we got, and can't really compete against everyone else. So that's what we'll try and do in the shootout, and that's what we'll do throughout the year.
And how much luck goes into it when you're drawing calves or steers, I guess?
Yeah, they always say luck of the draw, and it's a little part of it. But we just try and make the best run we can every time, and that's all we can do.
Yeah, it just happens that way, right? Well, this has been like several trips now to the San Angelo Rodeo. Just as my last question for you, what do you think of San Angelo and how big this is here?
This is one of the best winter rodeos we get to go to. None of us will ever miss this rodeo. It's a great spot to be, and they pay a lot of money, so we love being here.
Again, this has been Ty Erickson, cowboy from Montana, and all of this timed event coverage is brought to you this year by Lip Chip.
Chadwick, not only were you short, but I'm really disappointed in one thing. You didn't ask him about Yellowstone. He's from Montana. You should have asked him about Yellowstone.
Have you been
to the Yellowstone Ranch?
I doubt it. He's always on the rodeo circuit. He's out there winning money, being a cowboy.
But anyway, our coverage of all the timed events is brought to you by Lip Chip, and Lip Chip is all over the rodeo this year, and it's a really cool thing where you can monitor the health of your horse with a high-tech little chip that goes in their lip. And you can look up your horse's health on your cell phone.
It's like heartbeat, like what? What does it cover?
Temperature, heartbeat, that kind of thing. It does not cover GPS position. So no one's going to, it's not a Chinese company, right?
I heard that's coming, though. I heard they're looking into it.
It could be an option, yeah, down the road, but it's not right now. But with the technology it is now, they can't do it with whatever technology they have now. So, but anyway, Lip Chip is they're coming on strong. They're big in the breakaway roping. They're big in all these timed events as far as the horses, because the horse is the most important part, right? Mm-hmm. They're like your tool.
Yeah.
You want to make sure your tool is healthy.
They're the partner. They're the other half of the cowboys and cowgirls who are competing.
So James, don't you have something about Lip Chip? I think he does.
By Lip Chip, where a simple microchip becomes a secure key to unlock temperature, record health paperwork, and check in and out of your equine events. Simply implant, scan, and unlock all your horse's information, making it easy to compete at the highest of levels. Lip Chip is owned and operated by a family of horsemen, and our technology is designed and assembled right here in the USA. We know how you ride. The future is here, and the future is Lip Chip. Let her rip, Lip Chip.
So we have Lip Chip and Hooflink. So anyway, thank you, Lip Chip, for sponsoring our show and all our timed events. we did. Not only did we talk to the legend Ty Erickson, but we did also catch up with the guy who really is doing well and probably will be back in the short go.
Oh, yeah. He is the new average leader, and he solidified that today. He is in first place overall in the San Angelo Rodeo, and that is Matt Reeves. And so I was lucky enough after I talked to Ty, I just kind of saw him walking by, and I was like, hey, you want to talk to me too? Yeah. And so we have a special 2-for-1.
2-for-1.
Bulldog
Lip chip,
interview.
2-for-1.
Yep, today. And so, yeah, without waiting anymore, here's Matt Reeves.
Right.
All right, joining me now is Matt Reeves, Bulldogger, who now leads the average after 2 goes. Now, in that run, how did you just feel your steer was treating you as you were chasing it down?
Well, that steer hadn't been leaving great. They broke the barrier on him a couple times in a row, so had to be honest. Felt like I was just behind it. He run. I knew he was going to let off. He definitely rolled my hips a little bit, but I was able to hustle my feet, and he came by and hit pretty flat. 4-3, that's good enough. I just have to do it a third time to make sure I win something now.
And what kind of pressure does that entail? You're like, okay, I had a good first run, I had a good second run. Now it's like, okay, this is for all the marbles. If I can't do it now, then those first 2 were for naught, I guess. So, well, what goes through your head thinking up to that third one?
I'm old now, so it's not as hard as it used to be, I guess you'd say. But the good thing about the short round is they're going to bring back good ones. You're not going to run a bad one. There's not going to be a lot of tricks to it, so it's pretty good there. Just, hey, back in there, take your start, do your job again, and have fun with it.
And I'll ask you the same question that I asked Ty earlier. How much do you think what steer you draw, it comes down to luck?
Well, what steer you draw is all luck since it's just a draw out of a hat. But it's good. We didn't show these steers the best the first time. We thought there were more of them you could do good on. Ty's steer and my steer, they hadn't really done anything on, and we did good today. It was just do your job, and that's one of the best horses there is. Ty's horse Crush is just amazing. JD did a great job hazing here. Hazing horse means a pile to me because she's 20 years old. She still likes to come every now and then and have a ball. So I'm blessed with a good team there. I haven't been to but 3 rodeos with those 2 guys, and I've gone and hazed and done other stuff with them. But it's a blessing to get to ride good horses and have great friendships out of this.
All right, well, thanks again for joining me, Matt. Again, this has been Matt Reeves. He's now the average leader after 2 rounds in the steer wrestling. We hope that you win some money, you know. And remember, all these timed events have been brought to you by Lip Chip.
Well, all right. Well, the good news is on that interview, you found like a stack of books or a stool to stand on.
Oh, hush. I'm not that short.
But, all these Bulldoggers are big as me. I mean, they're big guys.
Ty Erickson would make you look short, Joe.
Yes, he did. He was like 6'7" or something. I mean,
he's a big dude.
But anyway, that was Matt Reeves. He's heading in. He's looking good to win the rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can keep it up. But anyway, speaking of winning the rodeo, every rodeo always has a winner. Sonora Bank Mutton Busting, which you need to say that 5 times as fast as you can.
And you'll see it in my interview. I can't even say it one time. But, yeah, we had a local kid from Miles win this one, Thomas Hicks. He held on all the way and got himself a 90.5. They had to add that 0.5 because he held on just a little bit longer than a girl who went before him. But, yeah, congratulations
Did he
to that
collide
little kid.
into the grouping of sheep at the end of the arena?
It was one of those where I think it was just more the fact that he was holding on so tight and he kind of was going sideways a little bit, But unlike yesterday where we had basically a 7 to 8 year old doing it, this kid was 3 or 4. He was a little bitty kid.
Oh, really?
So I think that was more impressive that a kid that small held on so long.
Did you have to change your interview questions?
A little bit, but it's more one of those that I asked him a question and then I just agreed with anything he said. But
all right, Thomas Hicks won the mutton busting during the 4th performance. Let's cut to that interview and let's see little Thomas Hicks from Miles, Texas.
All right, I'm here with Thomas Hicks, the next Sonora Bank Mutton Busting champion. Thomas, you held on for a long time. Was it hard?
Yes.
I saw you show me your finger after your run. Did you get a bit of a bruise going?
No.
No? Okay, but you did get a 90.5 point ride. That's pretty good. What's your favorite part about the rodeo?
Riding it.
Riding the sheep? Oh, falling off. All right, well, do you like the cowboys or the cowgirls better?
Cowboys.
Yeah, see, I like cowboys too, man. It's pretty cool being out here at the rodeo. But again, this is Thomas from Miles, the newest Snorebank button busting champion. All right, guys, back to y'all.
So anyway, people need to say Sonora Bank mutton busting 5 times as fast as they can. Then they can laugh at you.
Yeah, because I struggled with that one there. But hey, thanks, Thomas, for talking with me, man, and congratulations on the belt buckle. Hopefully you'll get picked again next year, and maybe you could be a 2-time reigning, and then we can get the rodeo announcers to talk about you too.
And thank you to Sonora Bank for sponsoring the mutton busting at the rodeo and on our show. I mean, it's awesome. Anyway,
and speaking of local winners, we had another timed event do well from another local cowgirl, and that was in the barrel racing today, Joe. We had a couple of fast times that placed in the top 10, but then in the first flight we had Jordan Driver, a girl from Garden City.
But let's set this up even better. You have Donna K. Rule from last night. She's a legend in the barrel racing rodeo circles. A 14.06.
08, yeah.
08?
1408.
And then you have the next guy in there at 14.2.
Yes.
That was
that was Timber Allenbrand. Yeah.
Timber. And we interviewed her also. So we were only missing Donna K. Rule right now, but we have the 2, number 3, and
we have number 2 and number 3 now, right, because Jordan Driver hit a 14.15 today,
pushing Timber to 3rd place from 2nd place.
And the cool thing about her is she's actually taking a quick little break from what she's usually doing, and she's a college student at Tarleton State, and she competes on their rodeo team, and she's actually in the rodeo circuit, and she says she's in the running to win a college national championship this year. So
in fact, she said she competed like yesterday.
Yeah. and so
I got another horse and came here. So,
but yeah, we talked to her after her run, and yeah, all this barrel racing coverage is brought to you by Texas Angels Boutique. Jordan, how are you feeling after that ride?
Oh, it was great. I've been struggling here lately, so it was super fun to come to a rodeo that's close to home, kind of hometown. I love this rodeo, so it's been really fun to come back. I just got back from a college rodeo last night, so it was kind of a quick change, got on a different horse, and obviously it worked out, so it was really fun.
Now, you're from Garden City, so you truly are a local girl to West Texas. What is it like competing in the San Angelo rodeo, where you don't have to travel all that far?
Oh, it's great. This place is such a fun place to run at. The atmosphere, the hospitality, everybody that helps out this rodeo, it's been great. From the slack that was a week ago to now, it's a very high class event, and it's a super fun rodeo to run at.
And you say you're competing in collegiate meets too. Where are you going to school?
Tarleton State University in Stephenville, Texas.
And how are you doing in the college circuit right now?
I'm winning the region right now. We have 2 rodeos left, and then hopefully the end goal is to get to the CNFR up in Casper in June, and then hopefully come back with the title. So this kind of helps get the week going.
So not only might you claim a San Angelo championship, but you could be claiming a collegiate championship here pretty quick, huh?
That's the end goal.
All right, well, again, this has been Jordan Davis. She just ran a 14.15, good enough for second place in the second round. But thanks for joining us.
Thank you all.
And all this barrel racing coverage has been brought to you by Texas Angels Boutique.
And of course, that's Texas Angels Boutique is sponsoring all of our barrel racing coverage. It's at 221 South Chadbourne, downtown San Angelo, the old Stango's coffee shop. It still has the coffee shop sign. That's how you can tell you're there. It's got great selection of anything you want to, if your wife or your girlfriend wants to wear for the rodeo. But she has so much more than that. She's an outstanding merchandiser. We got some pictures we're flipping through. Texas Angels Boutique, thank you so much for sponsoring our barrel racing coverage, because it's pretty good this year, actually.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it's really good this year.
I'm telling you, in the next couple of performances, what we're going to see, the cowgirls start breaking into the 13s.
13s, you think?
Yeah.
Because we're at 14.0 whatever, 08, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to have to – they know that they got to beat that number to get in there.
You're going to have some wobbling barrels because they're going to be cutting corners.
Right. All right, so we have a new feature for our show. But now that we have, basically 4 performances and we can actually see what standings would be, we're going to go through the standings. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So the standings for all the activities at the rodeo, and as soon as James starts running the standings, we can talk. I hope it comes up. Here we go. All right, Bareback riding as up. These are the scores. Are the top performers as of performance 4. This includes all performances up to the 4th one. You see Cooper Cook is in the lead at 88.5. Now coming on over here, Lip Chip is sponsoring their coverage of steer wrestling. You see Matt Reeves, the guy we talked to today. This is a combined, they call it the average, but it's not really the average, it's the addition. So it's your 2 runs and it's a score added together of your 2 runs.
All right, here in the team roping, we got a couple of good runs in today, and I know that Arvizo and Gonzalez have held that average over the weekend, that lead anyway. They were the leaders yesterday. They're still the leaders today. And in the Saddle Bronc, we got Lefty, who we talked to yesterday. He scored that 87. Court Shear also went yesterday. Brody Cress went yesterday. And so, like, that's shaking out to be a really great competition there.
All right, in tie-down roping, this is once again the average. The infamous Marty Yates right there on 2 runs at 15.5 seconds, followed by Cash Cooper at 16.3, Ryan Jarrett at 16.4. And then coming into breakaway roping, this is a new thing this year. Once again, this is the average. You're looking at like 2-point-something seconds on a run is good. So Ali Masters is right now on 2 runs at 4.4 seconds, followed by Josie Connor at 5.2.
Now on the barrel racing, of course, we just talked about this. Donna K. Rule is leading the average with 2 runs at 30.25. We got Ashley Castleberry at 30.54 and Abby Phillips at 30.56. So Paige Jones also went a couple days ago. But into the bull riding, we got J.R. Stratford, night 1, hit that 90. We still haven't seen anyone match that, but Jackson Carr Reward, Vince Mariano, and Riley Shippey are still right neck and neck with that. So like it's shaping out to be an incredible finals because those scores are so close together.
They are. They're pretty close. So final thoughts before we pack it in until next week.
Yeah, so weekend 1 is done, Joe.
Yeah.
It was a great start. Like we don't usually see in the timed events, especially at fast times, like as tight as they are to where the Cowboys are already having to take risks.
Or a high score right off the bat on the first performance
exactly.
of bull riding.
In the bull riding, we already have a 90, and so it's shaping out to be an incredible finals here in 2 weeks. But what do you want to see come next weekend?
I don't know. I think next weekend I think they're going to have to practice more on the timed events to get there.
Well, we'll also have a new slate of Cowboys and Cowgirls too.
It is true, and it depends on the steer too.
Yeah,
it depends on the livestock.
What brand of livestock, what quality are we going to get in that second weekend?
Yeah, but every show we keep getting this better and better, more content packed into a shorter amount of time. Mm-hmm. That's what we're trying to do. Give us your feedback, comments. Send us love mail through Facebook or Twitter, or wherever you're watching us from.
Hey, Joe loves hate mail too. If you want to send some.
No, I hate hate mail. It's terrible. I can't read it. But anyway, for San Angelo Live, this is San Angelo Rodeo Live. I'm Joe Hyde, and this is my co-host and the expert on all things athletic, Ryan Chadwick.
And remember, all of this and more can be found after the fact only on SanAngeloLive.com.
We'll see you till next week.